5 steps to gain the trust and the engagement of stakeholders. Obviously, this is a reiterating process. It can be a little long at times, but these 5 steps are pretty much 1, 2, and 3 are interlinked. I find that most of the times when I hear the problems with not being able to start a sustainability plan or action, it is because we don't get the funds, it is because we don't get the trust, or we don't get enough interest and traction from the main stakeholders. So how do we get to do that? The main thing is we need to find something that is really, really close to their heart. So many times I hear things like, oh, I'm waiting for the feedback, or, oh, yeah, I haven't got any interest. It is because you're not looking at it from their standpoint. What is it so close to them that they cannot ignore? Is it some pain points that they haven't been able to address? Is it something that they're just incredibly passionate about? Is it something that will ultimately help them to bring the business in a higher direction? So just trying to find something that is super close to them so that they foster an emotional connection with it. You want them to be involved, like if there was their boyfriend or girlfriend. Honestly, it has to be so close to them that they would want to be involved in a decision making, because that's how you do not longer have to chase them for an answer. You don't have to like constantly nudge them. They would be so involved in it because they have passion, they have a motivation to do it. And then it's up to you to make sure that you show the impact and the results often enough so that they feel good about being involved into this plan, to be giving you the support that you need, and to then being able to build a long-term relationship that you will be able to rely on with other plans moving forward. Nature can be a very good way of engaging stakeholder. Yeah, it could be. I think it depends who you talk to. I feel like I've spoken with enough people in constructions that that was really not the way to go. But it really depends who these people are, what's their background. It's really like finding something that you will see lighting up in their eyes when you speak to them, and you go like, that's the thing. It could be the silliest thing. It could be puppies. It could really anything. You just need to have that spark in their eyes, and you go, okay, now I got something to work on. So that's more or less what you want to go for.
And I need to make it my mission to change your opinion of the construction industry, by the way, Serena.
Oh yeah, I got good ones, but I also have bad ones when you go like, oh dear. But yeah, I think we can move on from that. Screenshot it and use it, because 73% of European employees expect, it's not even a nice to have, it's an expectation. They expect the employers to take a stand on sustainability. And only 30%, and 30% that do boost they do boost it, they maintain a higher employee engagement. So next time you go to your clients, just show them this and say, you need to find time. And also the next slide would very much suggest you some ideas on how you can find time for their employees to learn, because it's very much embedding that into the annual activities. So Lara, if you don't mind switching slide, then we can bring you to some ideas. Let's see how many you've tried. But I understand and I agree. More often than not, especially towards this time of the year, when the teams still has some budget left over, they're trying to do something to engage with their team around sustainability. And it's just such a shame that they leave it as an ad hoc thing when it could be done in a way where it could be embedded throughout the year and make it more fun and make it more continuous, so that it actually helps people to build momentum. But if you haven't looked into maybe engaging and embedding these activities and training within a larger scope, that might be a good point for you to look into. For example, something that I usually like to do is, smaller things like integrating sustainability into your daily operations, which is like, these little funny cards with facts about what is water consumption, what is like what is energy consumption, what do we do with our food waste. So just little tips that it's very easy to install, but it kind of goes in on and on and on. I think another part that I saw that it's growing more and more, it's creating a green team. So just maybe something you could suggest is, instead of going wide, just start from a pool of people that I usually like to call them the green warriors of the company, that they will very easily jump onto the opportunity, and they can help you then convince their individual teams to find that time to be trained on sustainability. So that's also like the different ways that you can find to get to that level. And then again, if your companies have the budgets, gamifying. I had the opportunity to do a lot of gamification, both in Asia and in Europe, and it's so much fun. But again, that takes a different aspect on sustainability. It goes much wider, and so it depends what teams you have. But they are different options. So I hope that some of this might spark some some new food for thoughts for you?
Yeah, I think it really depends. So you can do, as you say, have a small team, as Serena says, and do things ongoing. They can organize for others. So I've run Earth Days, for example, at large companies, which were quite gamified but spot. Then you can have spot recurring. So, for example, at Salesforce, every team activity, every team meeting, we would have some volunteering as a group or have recurring partnership with different teams engage at different time of the year. And then, of course, you can go more broad where people embed it in their job. But it's almost two different levels. One is the social and the emotional engagement, and then the other is driving behavior and bringing your company and operations aligned.
Yeah, I think it's a very good said. It's you need to understand where you are at, and just kind of again trying to find a little space that can help you expanding